On the Yankee calendar is more anticipated than their version of the Midsummer Classic, Old Timers Day. Last Saturday, many of the greatest Yankees to don pinstripes returned to the ballpark, this one paved with a special tribute to a pair of fallen Yankee legends and longtime owner George M. Steinbrenner III and the unmistakable voice of Yankee Stadium, Bob Sheppard. The Yankees honored two of their most recognizable legends Friday night with a walk-off win courtesy of Nick Swisher. The 2010 All-Star talked about the moment and shared a few laughs with Yankee great Bullet Bob Turley.
Bob Sheppard, the first time I met him was in '51 when I came in here with the St. Louis Browns. And the voice he has is just beautiful.
I'm telling you, I think it's exactly what he said. Just like what, Mr. Jackson said. He says the voice of God reigning over Yankee Stadium. And it's the truth. Now, him and Mr. Steinbrenner are probably hanging out upstairs just watching us and smiling down on us.
Like the current Bombers, the Yankee legends wore uniforms with patches honoring Steinbrenner and Sheppard. Despite the pleasant reminders, former Yankee ace Ron Guidry said their absences took something away from the day.
Well, you're losing, a piece of Yankee history. Mr. Sheppard announcing, and of course Mr. Steinbrenner. It's always a great day to come over here because you can see a lot of your friends that you don't get to see often throughout the year. But deep down inside, you know that there's a part missing because those two guys are not here. They're going to be missed tremendously, not just by me, but by everyone.
Cecil Fielder, an important piece to the Yankees' 1996 championship team, was back at the stadium for his first All-Timers appearance. What's it like to come back now, as you mentioned, your first All-Timers Day?
Well, like I told him, I don't feel like an old-timer yet, but, it's a great thing to be back here. It's always great to put the pinstripes on because, the tradition is just so strong.
For Charlie Hayes, his annual return trip to the Bronx gives him an opportunity to relive that 1996 series with Atlanta.
Oh, yes. Anytime you get to come out here and to New York and this field here, it's just unbelievable. And with all the things that are going on, I feel very privileged to have the opportunity to be here today.
For Jesse Barfield, the Yankees are one big family.
It was tough leaving the clubhouse to come out here for batting practice because we were laughing all the way out the door with all the great stories and memories. And, we are truly a family, and we miss it, and we cherish every year coming back. Although it's without Mr. Steinbrenner and the great Bob Sheppard, we're going to miss those guys.
Former Yankee catcher Rick Cerrone said his jersey gets a bit tighter every year, but he wouldn't miss the festivities for anything.
I love putting the uniform on for my kids and friends and family that could get to see me one more time. It gets a little tighter each year, but it's still fun to put it on.
Many of the old-timers, like Ron Blomberg, Major League Baseball's first ever designated hitter, still look like they could take the field today.
I feel good, and it's great to be able to be here on a very somber day, but it's great to be able to pay your respect to the boss, and that's one reason why I'm here, and to the people up in New York, but it's wonderful to be here.
In addition to the tributes and all the strolls down memory lane for the Yankee greats, the best franchise in sports also celebrated the 60th anniversary of the 1950 World Championship. The 7 living members of the club, minus Yogi Berra, who had to skip Old Timers Day after a bad fall, were on hand. What's it like to come back, and they've done a nice job with these retro uniforms, put on the old pinstripes?
Well, you see, the retro uniform I have, Miller Huggins broke in with about 1921 or something. And it doesn't really flatter me, but I'm going to go with it anyway.
And then the Colonel gave the Bronx faithful his patented salute.
They don't know who he is. Oh, doctor, we can hang a star in that, baby.
You got it, Mr. Coleman. Old Timers Day 2010 was certainly the highlight of the summer to date.